no doubt you can save big during truck season at your Midwest Ford dealer with financing as low as 0% or up to $3,000 cash back on 2002 and 2003 F-150s.
Past the timberline where the ride gets rough. Ain't no doubt my king of the mountains built Ford tough. I'm a Ford truck man.
You put a lot into getting your car. The least you can do is spend a little more to protect it. Don't settle for anything less than Syntec by Castrol. Its patented technology provides ultimate protection for your engine. Syntec by Castrol. It's the most important thing you can do for your car.
What makes our French toast fabulous? Is it the egg batter with a hint of cinnamon? The 3 slices of super thick toast? The powdered sugar? Yep. The new fabulous French toast, served with sizzling bacon and sausage links, only at Denny's. It's not that you can get a seasoned grilled chicken breast sandwich with cheddar cheese, crispy onion rings, and sweet hickory spread for lunch that's surprising. It's that you can get it at your favorite breakfast place. The new barbecue chicken sandwich, served with a side of fries, only at Denny's.
Johnny Rollins and News Chopper 9. Coverage you can count on.
In Philadelphia, Al Michaels, John Madden, and Melissa Stark as we start the 4th quarter. The 8th week of the season is winding down. 7th game for each team here. Each team has already had its bye week. And again, the Eagles 4-2. The Giants are 3-3. The Eagles will either lead the division by 2, or the Giants and Eagles will be tied, and the Giants will have knocked off Philadelphia head-to-head. There are the numbers right now. Washington winning last night, 3-4. Dallas hasn't had its bye week yet. Cowboys are 3-5 at the halfway mark.
Something, if the Giants were to score a touchdown on this drive here, they'd be leading. Touchdown and extra point.
It seems amazing the way the game is played out. Delvin Joyce is in the backfield, and he gets his first carry of the night. It's a short one. Monday Night Football from Philadelphia being brought to you by Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Marriott. Wherever business takes you, your Marriott awaits. And Chrysler. Drive equals love. Giants trying to make this drive equal love, and a lead started at their own 11. Big third down here, and 7 from the 40. Knocked down, knocked away, Corey Simon.
And as you say, that was a big down, because the Giants, had they been able to pick up about 5 yards, could have been in field goal range. You know, but by not picking up anything, then they still have to punt. They had a couple of shots here. If they could pick up 5, 6, 7 yards and still not get the first down, they would have had a shot at maybe trying a field goal.
Matt Allen to punt. Short little kick, bouncing ball. Mitchell has to back away from it, and the Giants will pin Philadelphia back at the 1-yard line. Mitchell couldn't find that one hop he needed to come away with it. So back at the 1 of the Eagles with a 6-point advantage.
Yeah. Bad flavor. Bad flavor. Bad flavor.
What it feels like when I start draining threes.
This is what you'll see when you bring it in my lane.
This is what it feels like to be dunked on.
This is what it feels like to play in the NBA.
NBA 2K3. You've got one. You've probably
probably got more than one. And chances are one of yours is one of ours, because nobody in credit cards gives you Bank One's range of choices. You could use this one to get cash back, this one to fly, this one to show you care. Fact, Bank One gives you over 1,200 choices. Why do we go to all that trouble? Don't you think somebody should?
Coach Vermeil talks about Sunday's Chiefs win and how the Chiefs defense is getting some much-needed help. Coming up after the game on KMBC 9 News.
As the Packers host the Dolphins, we go to Green Bay next week. That's a great matchup. Green Bay 6-1, and Miami on top in the AFC East after their bye week, 5-2. Dolphins, Packers next Monday night.
Both teams will be fresh anyway, and the weather will be fresh.
It certainly will be.
Some frost in the pumpkin.
First Monday in November in Green Bay. From the 1-yard line, McNabb buys time, throws, caught, and that gives them a lot of breathing space now. Thrash making the catch, covered by Jason Sehorn.
Yeah, this is a big series here for both the Eagles, to get out, to get the first down. And, of course, the opposite side, the Giants, if they could get a turnover, if they could get a big play here, they can score on defense. I don't know, would you rather be the Eagles in this situation on offense or the Giants on defense?
I think I'd rather be the Eagles on offense. I think they protect the ball. You've got McNabb. Long drive would deflate the Giants. Instead, Pinkston on a pass that was well short. Incomplete, 3rd and 4.
Can I make my pick now?
Yep.
I'll pick the Giants.
You're picking the Giants now on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is one of those things when you get even, then you try and throw it to that back shoulder. See, he tried to throw one of those things where he stopped and brought him back. When you're running even with the corner, you try and throw it back to his back shoulder. That was great coverage, though, by Will Peterson. These corners, these two Wills, Allen and Peterson, have played outstanding.
And they'll be around a long time, too, each in the second year. 3rd and 4. The catch is made, and let's see where they spot it. That's Antonio Freeman, the longtime Packer, and they're going to spot the ball just outside the 11-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
And that's probably why they got Antonio Freeman. Andy Reid was telling us that of all the guys he's ever coached, he's the best in space. And you see the yellow line there? He catches it right at the yellow line, and then it's where the ball is when he gets hit. I think they may have gotten a pretty good spot there, too, don't you?
No question. That's his first catch of the night. And a big hole for Staley, who cuts it back. And Deuce is loose and out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
That's the hole that they were able to find early. It's that backside where you start to the right and cut it back. Now watch Trey Thomas. He's a left tackle here. The play is going to start here and then come back. So you have to block onside or play side and backside. Trey Thomas gets his guy. He's going in pursuit, and he just rides him right down the line of scrimmage. And it's a big, perfect cutback for Deuce Staley.
Who missed a lot of time over the last 2 seasons with foot and shoulder injuries and wasn't even expected to be the starter this year. They lost Terrell Buckwalter in minicamp. They thought he would be the guy. He'd give them the running game. Then he got hurt, and it was Deuce who got healthy. And, of course, last week a huge week, and tonight Deuce 92 yards.
2 years ago, down in Dallas in the open, it was like 130 or 40 or something on the field. That was the pickle juice game. Deuce Staley played one of the toughest, best games that I've ever seen a running back play in my life. And I knew then, Deuce Staley is a back, Deuce Staley is a man, and if you're picking sides, you want to pick Deuce Staley. That day he reminded me a lot of Emmitt Smith, and again, congratulations to Emmitt Smith for breaking Walter Payton's rushing record.
Philly takes a timeout. The Big E doing it yesterday against Seattle in Dallas. Timeout Philly. 9-3 Philly.
Jim! Hey, Mikey.
There's our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh. Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
Brett Favre in Green Bay. Ricky Williams in Miami. Division leaders collide. Dolphins, Packers.
Michaels and Madden are here for Monday night.
That was the second child. My mom named me Deuce. Second down and 10. And McNabb throws, and it's caught by Thrash. James Thrash into Giants territory, out of bounds at the 47.
You know, the interesting thing about that play, Al, that's the one that Andy Reid was drawing up for us the other day and showing us the bootleg. And a lot of times on bootleg, you try and get a short pattern. And what he's trying to do is go bootleg. You see, you fake, McNabb bootlegs to his left. He has two deep crosses here. And that's what he was trying to do, is hit one of those deep crosses with his bootleg. See, here's the fake, here's the bootleg. Deep crosses coming from McNabb's left to his right, and he throws it perfectly to James Thrash.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 39 of the Giants, first down. Staley, loss of 1. Tackled at the 40. Strahan and short. 11:11 to go. Clock's ticking down. Fourth quarter. Eagles tonight. McNabb now is throwing for 137. Deuce averaging better than 6 yards per carry. And Thrash has been their big guy at wideout. 7 catches. Kingston's caught 3. Second and 11. McNabb has that batted away, spiked away by Mike Barrow.
You know, I think that's the second time we saw Mike Barrow, who's normally the middle linebacker, come from that left outside defensively, right outside of McNabb, knowing that that's where he's going to bootleg and that's where he wants to throw the ball. And he's been coming to take away that bootleg, take away that scramble, and be flushed out to that side. And then Michael Strahan doesn't have to take containment on that side.
Barrow in his 10th season in the league. Giants now 3-man front. And they rush only 3, and that's enough to put some heat on McNabb, but then he takes off inside the 30, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown McNabb. When people criticize the Eagles, they always say, you know what, they're one player reliant. You know what, if it's McNabb, it's a good player to rely upon.
That's not bad. I mean, Deuce Staley did his part tonight, but I'll tell you, they have found something on that left side. It's where McNabb runs. It's where Deuce Staley has been running, and he can just see so well. McNabb always looks downfield, and he's either looking to throw the ball downfield, or if you give him a lane, he's going to take it. And when he takes it, he can do something big with it.
This is a 99-yard drive. It is the first touchdown of the night. And with a 12-point lead, they will line up for 2. But now the Giants have to take a timeout to get their right defensive package on the field. 9 plays, 99 yards, 3 minutes, 33 seconds. A lot of symmetry there.
You know, and there's just one area here that you can see, and it's back to this side where he's had these lanes. You can see they try and take it away. He fakes. The big thing about being a quarterback is you have the ball. You can use your feet, but you can also use the ball to fake a defender. And again, once he gets in the open field, he runs like a running back. I mean, watch this. He's big and he's strong, so he can get away from tacklers. Then he has speed that he can run away from tacklers after he gets away from them with his strength. He's an exciting guy. He's a fun guy. You know, I was saying that you would choose, if you were choosing, you'd choose Deuce Staley, and I think you'd also choose Donovan McNabb.
That's 111 yards on the ground for him tonight. The Eagles have rushed for 263 yards. Thrown for only 123. Two-point conversion. Finds the open man, hits him, and Chad Lewis, who hadn't caught a ball all game, picks up the two-point conversion.
And then you feel that that play took all the life out of the Giant defense. They had no rush at all.
That whole drive did. 17-3.
Smart move, Dave. Consolidated with Dell PowerEdge servers. Highly available, highly scalable. Intel Xeon processors. Cuts costs across the board. So you're not going to miss those old servers, right?
Oh, Tony. What did you do with the old servers?
Nothing.
That's our drinking fountain, isn't it?
You mean Hydra? Find out how you can cut costs across your enterprise. Easy as Dell. Call or go online today.
My life has never been more demanding. And to help keep my mind and body active, there's Centrum Performance. It's a complete multi with higher levels of bees, plus ginkgo and ginseng to help re-energize my mind and body.
Centrum Performance. Life demands it.
The coolest movie of the year is the hottest DVD and video for your movie collection.
Wow.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. You'll spin it again and again. Spider-Man. Buy it Friday on DVD and video.
Halloween Tuesday. Bonnie will make you scream with laughter with special guest
Mr. Conan O'Brien.
A new Life with Bonnie, part of Scary Tales Tuesday on ABC.
It raised the bar, set new standards, and you won't believe what it's got in store for you now. An all-new NYPD Blue tomorrow at 10 Eastern and 10 Pacific, 9 Central, 9 Mountain, right here on ABC. Thank Dennis and the gang, and Stephen Bochco for our tease tonight. Setting up the game at the beginning. 10-yard line, Delvin Joyce. A flag is down. I saw somebody grabbing Sheldon Brown's jersey. It wasn't just rippling in the breeze, and that's the hold.
83 on the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down for New York. Timeout.
Second call against Marcellus Rivers on a special teams play. McNabb and the Birds up by 2 touchdowns.
The original Andy. Oh, he made us move a beat. Tito Puente. Like the with the taste of originality. Salutes individuality. And gives life a personality. Be you. Do what you do. Be you.
What's he doing?
Waiting for his Pepsi AC to start working.
How long does it take?
Like 40 minutes.
Why does he take it then?
Well, he takes it because it lasts long.
Why does he need it to last long? Just take Tums.
Tums Ultra neutralizes acid fast before Pepsi AC even starts to work. And when it's gone, it's gone. Take your Tums.
The Bachelor has a way with these ladies. Now their parents have their way with him.
Do you have feelings for Brooke? I mean, I'd like to know that.
The Bachelor meets the parents. ABC Wednesday, 9/8 Central.
Friday night, ABC presents Gladiator, winner of 5 Academy Awards. Gladiator on a special night this Friday night here on ABC. The Giants now from the 11-yard line. Down by 14. Collins throws. Shockey makes the catch. Up to the 21 he goes. What's the story with Ike Hilliard? Let's check in with Melissa.
Well, I'll remember he suffered that dislocated right elbow in that huge hit by Brian Dawkins at the beginning of the third quarter. Went in for x-rays. The results, they are negative, so no fractures, but he is clearly out for the rest of the game. Dislocated right shoulder.
All right, that's the story on Hilliard. The Giants playing in 6 days, 6 nights, in fact, against Jacksonville on Sunday night. And this is Barber, and they can't get him out of bounds. He stays in bounds and turns what might have been a 10-yard gain into a lot more, taking it to the 50, close to the 50-yard line. 26-yard pickup for him.
Ike Reese was out there, the linebacker. He was out there to make a play, and he just missed the tackle. You can see Jeremy Shockey there. I mean, he is really in pain, and he's just gutting this thing out. But watch Ike Reese. He's going to be right here, and he has a chance to make a play. And here he just, it looked like he tripped before he got there. But that's his play.
One out of the 47, and there's Barber breaking the tackle inside the 30. Only Dawkins to beat, stiff arms him, and then Dawkins takes him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And so the Giants, seemingly out of gas after the Eagles took them 99 yards, respond. Barber here for 38.
And again, that's the second poor tackle by the Eagles in a row, because they had Tiki Barber out there, and he just bounced off it. They're not going to bounce off or get away from Brian Dawkins, though. You know, you see 2 plays like that. I mean, they hit a Shockey, they hit a Barber. You say, why did they wait till now to do this? Why didn't they do this earlier?
Shockey has to come out, obviously in agony. Toss it back to Tiki again, chased by Sean Barber, no relation. Of course, Tiki's brother Rondé plays with Tampa Bay. Bucks were in here last week. Barbers are wild in Philadelphia recently.
Here you can see Jeremy Shockey right there saying that he has to come out. I mean, this is, again, it's a ligament in his left toe, and what they did is they taped his big toe and the toe next to it together to try and use it as one, and it's just not holding up. Although he is gutting through it.
12 players on offense in the huddle. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
I think Ron Dixon that time was the 12th guy.
They're really watching that. I mean, that's an advantage you can get, and teams have been, trying to do that. Have a guy linger in the huddle or an extra guy, and so the defense doesn't know what personnel matchup to use.
Shockey's in the game, so is Campbell, the other tight end, 2nd and 13. Collins over the middle. Taken by Delvin Joyce. He's tackled at the 13-yard line.
One thing here that you look down by 14. You have to think touchdown. I mean, there's no way that you can think, well, we'll get a field goal and then come back later and get the touchdown. You have to, if you're the Giants, you have to think you have to go for the score. So this is 3rd down, but you do have 2 more downs. This is a 4-down area.
7.5 to go. 3rd down and 8. Have to get to the 5. Knocked down at the goal line. Intended for Shockey. Knocked down by Bobby Taylor. 4th and 8. Flag down at the line of scrimmage, or behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's going to be against the Giants. This will be an interesting one. If you take it and you leave it 3rd down again, then again, as I said, the Giants are going to be in a 2-down area. Or if you make it 4th down and then make them go for it on this play. If you take the penalty, you're going to give them 2 downs. You turn down the penalty.
78 right tackle. Hook the defender with restriction. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Okay, so now they get the penalty, so now they get the 3rd down over. So the Giants in 2-down area are going to use both the downs. So I think that doesn't hurt the Giants, is what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you.
As much as you would think it would.
I'm not sure I wouldn't have taken the play if I'm Philadelphia there. Just give them 1 more down. Or make them kick a field goal. 3rd down and 18 from the 23. Dropped by Collins, and he recovers it himself, and that, of course, was Kerry's problem last year when he set an NFL record for fumbles. This year, a different story. He had only 2 fumbles coming into the game, both in the same game, but that was a most inopportune time.
And remember the thing we were talking about at the beginning of the game, the Giants offensively, consistency, lack of consistency, and lack of consistency in the red zone inside the 20. This is it. I mean, you get in there and you have a penalty. And then your next play, your quarterback's looking up, doesn't look at the ball, drops the ball. I mean, this has been Giants offensive football.
And the penalties and the fumble here by Collins has just killed him. 4th and 24.
Delay offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
This is the series from hell for the Giants.
Well, you know, it goes back to the question that I asked earlier. Are the Giants a good offensive team that is playing inconsistently, or are they just an average team that is inconsistent because they're average, which I think the latter is true.
Absolutely. 4th and 29 now. From the 34, needing to get to the 5, and Collins is hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. Indy Kalu broke up the play, and the Eagles, who were in jeopardy of watching a 14-point lead go to 7, still have that 14-point lead and have the ball near midfield after all of that. 6:29 remaining in the 4th. Kalu breaks it up, and the Eagles 6:29 from a win.
A shift can change a person, a life, the world, or it can simply change the way you move through it.
Hey, your turn.
Let me owe ya. Hold on. Guys, come on. You've been eating this stuff 6 nights in a row. I thought Hell Week was over. Let's go to Subway. Sarah, something hot, something fresh made. Anything but round and greasy.
How about a hot, mouth-watering Dijon horseradish melt on Monterey cheddar cheese bread? Or a delicious, hot, sweet onion chicken teriyaki?
Dude, thanks, man. Wait, guys. Which way to the sororities?
Over there. Once they hear you, it won't matter what color you are.
Look, yo, if you had one shot.
I'm saving up enough cash to get out of this place.
One opportunity.
Something's gonna happen. It needs to happen now.
Capture.
You need to take that white rat of yours back across 8 Mile.
Just let it slip.
You just make sure you wreck the mic.
The music, the moment you hold it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot.
Mile.
You're calling your name.
Rated R. Theaters November 8th.
I'm a player in the National Football League.
But that is not who I am.
I'm a member of a community.
Dedicated to making a
difference in people's lives.
I'm a player in the National Football League.
ABC Fantasy Wednesday, Serena Williams. She's the new teacher on this show. Juniors looking to make the score. Love all. I mean, I'm just reading this. Anew, my wife and kids at 8 Eastern Pacific, 7 Central, and Wednesday. I mean, I couldn't make that up. From the 34-yard line on first down, this is Deuce Staley to the 43-yard line.
You know, they found something that they really like on that left side in there behind Trey Thomas and John Wellborn. And look at all these plays that Staley's made. He's been right in that same area where he just takes the ball and then just cuts it back to his left side. I'll tell you, again, Wellborn and Trey Thomas have been really clearing out ways. Deuce Staley has been making some great cuts back there. And you think maybe that's a place that if Keith Hamilton were in the game, that would have been one of the areas that Keith Hamilton would have been in.
Clearly would have made a difference tonight. The Philadelphia rushing game, 272 yards. That gave Deuce 100 yards. Now he picks up more, runs into the official, takes it to the 49-yard line. So McNabb has run for 111 yards, Staley for 108. Speaking of great offensive line play, and when you think about Philadelphia, clearly, let's go back to the draft. Let's go back to the draft. Back in 1958, there was the 21st round selection. No question, John Madden, the type of player who looks forward to a tremendous career in the city of brotherly love.
I have to tell you about that. I mean, that 21st round, I was drafted as a redshirt. I was drafted as a junior. See, in those days, they would draft you if you had another year of eligibility, but it was your 5th year in school.
Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
Yeah. So I was drafted as a junior, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go play. And then it was the next year that I could go, and that was in 1959.
How much money did you make?
I signed for no bonus, $6,500. $6,500, and then I made $50 for each preseason game. So I think I made, and there were 6 preseason games, so that was $6,800 my first year.
And no agent, though. You didn't have to worry about
they didn't have agents. No one had an agent. I think Norm Van Brocklin was a star. He was a quarterback. I think he was making $12,000.
Here's Deuce Staley to the 47.
I don't know where those pictures came from. I don't think that I'd ever seen those, but Philadelphia's always been a special place for me, though.
Yeah, we went deep into the archives. I mean deep. Giants take a timeout.
In Wendy's hometown, yoga class attendance is down, and the aromatherapy center is no more. But Wendy's is packed because our mozzarella chicken supreme, a whole breast filet mozzarella and Parmesan sauce is so delicious, it's taking people to that higher level. And finally, the clothing optional run through the wildflowers has been canceled. Thank goodness. Wendy's mozzarella chicken supreme, it's better here. And remember, our pickup window's open till midnight or later, so you can eat great, even late.
Retirement plans from the Principal Financial Group can prepare you for almost anything.
Yeah, you got it. Retiring!
One last thing. At the Principal, we're the nation's 401k leader. We offer mutual funds, annuities, and rollover IRAs, which leads to a secure, happy retirement.
Ted!
Ted, how'd you do it?
Planning.
For 120 years, the Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
This is Halls. And this is new Halls Fruit Breezers. Halls? Halls Fruit Breezers. Introducing a completely different kind of throat drop from Halls. Mouth-watering new Fruit Breezers. Whenever you have a dry, scratchy throat, they'll give it a cooling lift. New Halls Fruit Breezers. Treat your throat.
The most famous haunted house in the world. The Amityville Horror. 6 brutal murders. A Halloween legend. Thursday, go inside with Primetime, if you dare.
A reminder, vote for Monday Night Football's greatest game at ESPN.com. We've been highlighting some of the great games tonight. A look back at that game 2 years ago. NFL.com has that information for you. And then the 500th Monday coming up in 2 weeks. Oakland, Denver. Eagles now. 2nd down and 8 from the 47-yard line. Staley with back-to-back 100-yard games. Meanwhile, McNabb tonight with 111 yards. He has become the first quarterback in 30 years to rush for 100 or more yards twice in a season. Bobby Douglas with the Bears did it against Cleveland in '72, and then against, you remember, John? You guys.
That was all they had, though. So we wouldn't let him have that. We weren't going to let him do anything else. No, that was the thing. I mean, you play the Chicago Bears in those days, and they weren't any good. But Bobby Douglas was big and strong and fast, a lot like Donovan McNabb.
He did it, but you guys won. Oakland won the game.
Yeah, because they didn't have anyone. I mean, the Bears in those days were nothing. They weren't. That wasn't a big thing. I mean, you let him run. He got his 100 yards, and their total offense was probably 115 or something. But Deuce Staley, getting back to Deuce Staley, he's been great tonight. I mean he is right, and they found something over there on that left side, and I think that 95% of his yardage has come in that one area, that one type of play.
Well, I know they missed Hamilton, but when you look at that, there's no way in the world you could ever figure that the Philadelphia Eagles would amass close to 300 yards on the ground. They're 290 right now, and now they're about 293 as Staley takes it to the 36.
Hank Fraley got on me the other day, Al. Now, I want you to be the judge. In the first game, we did the thing, and I said that he jiggles. And he came in and said, and all the linemen got on and they started calling him Jiggles. His nickname is Honey Bun. But does he jiggle when he runs or not?
Actually, McNabb said they just call him Honey now. They've shortened that.
Well, you know how they called him Honey Bun? It was a team picture, and a bee came up and stung him during the team picture. Only Hank Fraley. He's doing a heck of a job, though.
2nd and 7. You're bringing out the best in him, whatever you did, because that line has had some night. The Eagles have had some night. The Eagles are going to go to, barring a disaster here, 5-2, and the Giants are going to drop to 3-4.
I think the question you asked earlier, could this be the best team? Could the Eagles be the best team in the NFC? I think, they very well could be. And if they can keep up this mixture, and if they can keep this offensive line going, if they can keep this running game going, I think they have as good a shot as anyone.
Well, Jeffrey Lurie, that's what his dream is. He bought the team in '94, and his wife Christina. 3rd down and 5. Dorsey Levens to the 32-yard line. The Giants have no timeouts remaining, so they can't stop the clock. This will take us down to the 2-minute warning. And 4th down upcoming. Runyon and Strahan renewing acquaintances, as they will again later on this season. But the night to this point clearly belonging to the Philadelphia Eagles and that offensive line. What a job.
Boys and girls, can anyone spell this?
This is Deuce Staley of the Philadelphia Eagles.
C-A-T.
Deuce helps the United Way build stronger communities by supporting local educational programs.
Deuce? Can you spell chrysanthemum?
Chrysanthemum? She got cat.
Does someone here need a timeout?
Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum.
Are you ready for some football?
Brett Favre has Green Bay in first place. Ricky Williams steamrolls opponents for front-running Miami. Division leaders collide.
Michaels and Madden are here for Monday night.
Monday Night Football being brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Lose the carbs, not the taste. Wendy's Mozzarella Chicken Supreme. It's chicken on a higher level. And Nissan and your Nissan dealer. John, it was great being here today in Philadelphia. We went to that pep rally. The mayor was there this afternoon, right downtown. Here it was. At 12:30 this afternoon.
These fans in Philadelphia are passionate. They're great.
Read my lips. Retroactive tax cuts. How does that sound?
You can all come in the bus. Everyone. Cheap steaks for everyone.
You should have seen the look on the mayor's face when I said that.
I was standing next to the mayor when you said that. That's the way to be a politician. That's called the old hit and run.
That's intoxicating. You stand up there, and the crowd is there, and you say something, and they're screaming like crazy.
Yeah, you tell them no taxes, and they love you. The only thing you didn't do when you said that was hold a baby. Had you had a baby in your hand, I'll guarantee you.
Kiss the baby.
Happen. Yeah.
That's right. But it was fun. Last week we got the key to the city of Pittsburgh. Little Keystone combination for us this week.
That's the old Liberty Bell.
4th and 3. And Deuce Staley will not be able to pick up the first down. Tackled by Omar Stoutmeyer. They'll turn the ball over. The Giants will have it, but with nary a timeout. The horse trailer. Not that guy for the horse trailer.
I think it has to be that guy. I mean, you know, we already have Donovan McNabb, and I think we can put a rule in. You can't put a guy in there. I mean, he's already on there. I mean, all we can do is haul him once. We can't haul 2 McNabbs. So we're not taking 2 McNabbs. Staley sounds good to me.
1-term limit. Collins has the ball jarred loose. It's still loose, and it goes out of bounds. But the Giants last possessed it. It was Darwin Walker who was trying to come up with a loose football but couldn't.
So as you say, the Giants last possessed it, so the Giants still have possession of it.
Way back. You know what killed the Giants tonight, though? Of all the things, John, in addition to the penalties and missed opportunities, that fumble by Stackhouse. When Stackhouse in the third quarter is going into the end zone, that would have given the Giants the lead, pending the extra point. And think of it this way. I mean, if it goes out of bounds at the 1, it's still the Giants' ball. But into the end zone and then out of the end zone, touchback Philly ball, end of story.
Yeah, and the Giants don't have enough offense that they can recover from that. I mean, they aren't a team that's going to put up 4 or 5 touchdowns and say, you know, losing 1 won't hurt us. Losing 1 hurts you big time.
Barber taken down hard at the 26-yard line. The Giants have now played, when this one is over, 7 games, and they have 7 offensive touchdowns, and that's just not going to do it.
Yeah, and again, it's inconsistency, and you can say offensive line, but it's not offensive line. I mean, it's Kerry Collins, it's a wide receivers. I mean, they just aren't getting the job done offensively.
Tiki Barber takes it up to the 34-yard line.
I think if Jeremy Shockey were healthy, though, I think this could be a different thing. And as I said, that toe thing is a ligament and probably won't get better this entire season. But if they had Shockey on one side and then they have Tiki Barber, then, you know, they have some explosion, something that'll scare you.
Hands to the face, number 97, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Darwin Walker just got a big contract. Yeah. He was a free agent, and the Eagles signed him, and then he started to play, and then they were impressed with him, and they say, you know, you look at his arms, they don't look real big, do they? But they say that he's the strongest guy on the team.
Well, he got this opportunity when Hollis Thomas got hurt, and then he comes in leading the team in sacks coming into the game.
But sometimes you see those guys that got those big old bulked up, you know, cut arms. His arms aren't big old bulked up or cut, but they tell me he's the strongest guy on the team.
1st and 10. Dixon. They also say he's one of the smartest guys on the team. Engineering major. Andy Reid telling us he knows how the stadium is built next door.
And Andy said that fouled him up for a while. You know, you can't be a defensive lineman and be too smart. You know, engineers try and figure everything out where everything makes sense. Defensive linemen just go. You know, and so the engineering side of the brain kind of slowed back the football part of the maturation.
They talk about all news being local news, and there's the horse.
We got a real live horse.
That looks like a police pony.
That looks like he has some teeth problems. There, was that one?
Yep. That's virtual audio. 2nd and 10. And that's caught by Marcellus Rivers. Talking about all news being local news. I'm down in Tennessee this week. The Darwin Walker story, the fact that he signed, is the second story on the sports segment on the local news in Knoxville. But
yeah,
big news. Tennessee kid, went to the University of Tennessee. Here's Barber, and he gets taken down at the 20. The Giants had spent all of their timeouts well before the 2-minute warning, and so they can just play it out right here. Fake spike, going to the end zone, knocked away. Al Harris does it. The Philly defense does it all night long. The Philly offense, the ground game, phenomenal. 299 yards on the ground. 126 to Deuce, 111 from McNabb. The Eagles are now 5-2 and on top in the East by 2, 17-3.
Please enter. But Jordan, first the tip ball, and that forced a different read, a different look, and that's when Larry Hughes was able to jump in.
I tell you what, John, when Michael was in his prime and he was running at you, if you had the ball, especially when they put that press on you with he and Scottie Pippen, you didn't want any part of the basketball. You wanted to get it out of your hands as soon as you possibly could. You throw it to your mother in the stands. Get this ball out of my hands. Michael would come at you like a maniac. He just has quick hands, quick feet.